Hello everybody and welcome to the Stofvol YouTube channel.
So this is a brief history of how our family of four got traveling in the Stofvol Samil 20. So our journey started in 2005 when my wife and I got married. We purchased a Mitsubishi Club Cab 4x4 and we built a custom canopy with side opening doors, and we added a rooftop tent, and with this vehicle we traveled probably 100,000 kilometers in 3 years. We did multiple journeys to the west coast and to Namibia, and when our daughter was born, our travel requirements changed. So we switched to a 2.5 4x4 Toyota Hilux, and Karla started traveling with us from 6 months old. She saw the Richtersveld, and with all the luggage that we had to take with, we eventually had to purchase a trailer to go with the Hilux. And this got even worse when Evan was born, because now we had 2 young children that loved camping, and we couldn't stop traveling. So we started modifying the camping trailer to suit our needs. Unfortunately, all these modifications had to happen on the front porch of our house, and the modifications continued to evolve to a point where the trailer was almost too heavy for the Hilux to tow them. So we ended up with a full rooftop tent on the trailer with expanding walls and canvas sides, and it was a very impressive setup, but it took very long to set up and take down. And now, because we are mostly restless, we moved to different camping sites quite often, and that resulted us in finding the next vehicle. So that when the Hilux reached 250,000 kilometers, we switched to another Hilux with a 4-liter V6 petrol engine. And this was an absolute monster with raised suspension and off-road tires. It was extremely thirsty, and we could never get the reliability that we really wanted from this vehicle. We continued to use our camping trailer. As you can see, it's now been modified with larger axles and off-road tires, and we kept on traveling across the country with the setup. So this journey ended with the rear axle of the trailer failing on a dirt road, and it took us hours to recover the vehicle. And I came to the conclusion that the only solution for our travel needs is a 4x4 truck. So we started searching, and we found the 1976 Unimog 416, which we purchased. The vehicle was advertised as a fully rebuilt vehicle, but it stood for about 2 years, and I think that led to some of the challenges we've had. So we started building a camper on the back of the vehicle, and of course, as all the other projects, these were done in the driveway and in the garage at home. So it took 3 months to convert the bed of the Unimog to a camper where we could all fall asleep in comfortably. So the Unimog was a 416 with a 4-speed gearbox. It was fairly slow at about 60 kilometers per hour. That was not really a big problem. The real challenge with this vehicle was the reliability. So we spent more time next to the road than on the road, and in the end it became too much. The second challenge we've had with the Unimog, believe it or not, was that it wasn't big enough for the family of 4 now growing up. So we took the Unimog on various long distance travels in and around South Africa, 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers in 2 or 3 weeks. We did lots of off-road driving. We camped by the seaside. We traveled through the mountains in KZN, in Gauteng, in Free State. So some of the more interesting breakdowns we've had was a water pump failure in the Baviaanskloof, so we traveled 300 kilometers to get that repaired. Ironically, the repair was done at Mercedes-Benz with parts off the shelf. And then we also had some civil failure in the Kruger Park, which led us to a 5-day reroute via Gauteng to Mogdok, where they could fix the seal just after Christmas. But that led us to the decision to sell the vehicle and to get something that would be faster and more reliable. So we purchased a VW Amarok, and we started again just with a standard canopy, soon to be modified. But first we added a camping trailer, so the energy then went into modifying the camping trailer to suit our needs. And we put a rooftop tent on the trailer, and our children camped in a normal dome tent. So this worked well from a traveling point of view, but from a setup point it was still a nightmare to pack and unpack every day. So we discarded the off-road trailer, and we added 2 rooftop tents to the Amarok with a 270-degree swing out awning. So this gave us the flexibility to travel from one destination to the next with a new campsite every day or every second day. The setup was quick and easy to set up. It was watertight, but it was quite unpleasant in the open when it started to rain. And living in KZN in South Africa, rain is a constant companion in summer, which made it difficult to camp enjoyably. So we still have the Amarok with all the camping equipment, and we use that on journeys where we have to travel long distances in a short period of time. But we realized that we needed something different. So that led to the arrival of Stofvol, the Samil 20 off-road truck. So Evan and I embarked on a journey to go and fetch Stofvol 1,300 kilometers away from home. We did the round trip in a weekend. We collected Stofvol, we drove him back to our house in KZN. When we arrived, we found that Stofvol doesn't fit underneath the carport. So the first step was to raise the carport to make the vehicle fit, and that was quite an engineering feat on its own. We then started to fix Stofvol to a point where all the electrics worked, the mechanics were in good state, so that didn't need a lot of work. We fixed the plumbing, and then we had a reliable, comfortable vehicle where all 4 of us could sleep inside out of the rain, and the camping setup was quick and easy to put up and take down. And we'll make a special video on the features of Stofvol as a separate video. So let's see where the journey takes us next.